Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on Wednesday, March 1st for your latest First Alert forecast. I want to show you what March can do. Here are some of these Cedar Rapids extremes. A lot of times we joke around about how anything's possible. Well, the proof is right here in this graphic. The lowest temperature on record in March in Cedar Rapids is 20 degrees below zero, 1962. The highest of the highs, 88, 1986. Taste of summer right there. Over 2.5 inches of rain fell in one day in 1998, and a foot of snow fell in a storm in 1931. So anything can occur in March here in eastern Iowa. Here's your first alert. We're in good shape for today largely, but the winds do start coming up a little bit later this afternoon into the early evening hours. There's a cold front that comes by at that point. Here's today's first alert forecast. Partly cloudy, turning windy. You draw a line from about Manchester to Tama and points southeast. You should be able to break 50 for a high today. Some 40s then farther back to the north and west, and those winds will start to pick up some speed. Here's the gust forecast going forward here. You'll see those gusts upwards of around 30 miles an hour here by the time we get to the mid to late afternoon hours. As we look ahead, today is really coming in fairly quiet. Tomorrow still fairly dry and quiet as well. We get to Friday. We need to watch that track carefully. We're still watching it, and I also want to emphasize that system could entirely still miss our area. That is on the table, so we're leaving our snow chances still on the low side yet due to that potential. Here's the latest on Pinpoint Futurecast. As we start things off here on Friday, you'll notice that snow band really struggling to make inroads here into eastern Iowa. Might graze the area around midday and into the afternoon and then go away here that evening. So we're not expecting necessarily much of an impact with that system on Friday at this point. There is still time for it to pivot back to the north and west, but right now those trends continue to favor a little bit lesser of an impact in our local area at the very least. The winds do pick up on Friday though behind that system. Temperatures cooler Friday in the upper 30s. The weekend still looks good. Looks like a couple of drier weather days there, and then early on next week we could be right back at it again with another chance for some showers, maybe even as early as Sunday night. Thanks so much for joining us and have a great March 1st.